digging, if there's a buried supply or something like that, I'll try to at least like close up the top. So maybe it's only like one square opening, or it's just shut, but it's only like by one square. So if you activate a buried supplies quest again, you rock up and you've only got to like deal with that one square. But not everybody does that. Let's go over to Trader first. Okay, so I put some stuff in here. Let's see. Let's put you and you back. I should actually put that on. Yeah, I'll sell a level 2 battery. That's not that great. Some of this shit in here. I have a lot of ammo at home, so I am going to sell that. So let's see. What do I want? I want this, and take the chainsaw, that gun, that, these. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah. Okay, and what's on you? If I've got the space, I'd love to just take everything out of you. Kind of don't. Okay, so what else can I put in here? It's you. That. You need to go in there. Alright, what else have you got? So I don't need a lot of stuff at the moment, honestly. I did take a lot of meat and stuff, but I don't actually need it. Yeah, no, that should be fine. We'll sell these because I've got heaps. Make sure this is shut. Hate zombies nibbling on my ankles when I'm trying to make a trade. Right.
Are you a customer?
I would say I am, considering, you know, I walked in and was coherent and not like snarling and drooling and stuff. Oh. I will put that aside because I'm pretty sure one of our people doesn't have a level 6 drone. And while I'm not expecting them to like jump in any day soon, because we're kind of waiting for the next expansion or whatever it is, alpha, to come out, I could see that being useful if they are on. We're almost at our limit for selling these. I don't want to come back with a lot just because I know I have so much of it. Oh, thank you, World of Primo. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. I'm a little surprised that my sound alerts didn't go off, but I'll have to check those out. I will keep that. I'll repair that. Yeah, generally I have a little sound alert that goes off and gets all excited, you know, when I've got a follower. So that was a little less dramatic. Sorry about that.
That's right. Do the
Open
math.
this baseball bat. Ah, okay. Well, I don't really need those mods. Get rid of you. Alright. I think that will do.
I guess you're not so bad after all.
You're repairing that? Good. Thank God. I thought I wasn't for a second there. I'm like, knowing me, I won't be repairing it. I'll be scrapping it or something. Alright. Modify. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna sell the military one. I know that like military stuff is like really great.
We done here?
But I am gonna slowly try to move towards actually using heavy armor, since I haven't actually really used heavy armor. I used it once, and it was kind of, you know, not the best because I just didn't have all the perks for it till late game. I'm going up here for the munitions box if I can navigate this corner. Okay, I have been here recently. Alright. Well, I'm going to need everything out of here as much as I can carry, and my drone is inside, aren't you? Come on. Come on. You get through that door. Or maybe not. Jesus. Okay. So let's dump some view in here so I can at least get up my building with my bike. Alright. Do that. Gas you up. Pick you up. There we go. Let's go home and see whether or not I did actually plant my garden. Because I don't remember if I did or not. There's Grim's car. I did not. Okay, I'll be planting some plants now, if that's the case. I thought I planted them before I left, but I did not. So that's funny. Let's get everything put away. I've got some of these like storage things spread out a little bit just because I got to a point where I had too much of certain things. Let's put you in here. Let's see. Ammo. Yeah. So I pretty much do have all of this, so I will put one back. And I'm pretty sure my spare box is here. I just have a stupidly high amount of ammunition. And we haven't really dealt with as many blood moons as we really should have. Where are you? Come back here. There you got stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we normally we'd have like quite a fair few blood moons, but on this map we changed it to being every 28 days, which I believe is kind of good and bad. If you're playing it continuously, it's great. You got plenty of time to loot and stuff like that. However, it's just getting to a point where we have a massive surplus of supplies and absolutely nothing to use them on. It's quite frustrating. But I think the next time I do a map, I'll probably change that. I'll either be back to the regular 7 days that it's supposed to be, or I'll change it to be like 14-day cycle or something like that. Keep it creative, you know? Get up here, and if I can get up here, check on these furnaces. Yeah, I thought so. I thought they've run out of like some materials and stuff. How you going for wood too? You're pretty much critical. Alright. So I need... I'm trying to just... That is not what I asked for. I'm trying to smelt down like brass and all sorts of stuff. Make shells and casing and stuff. I don't really need to make more bullets. To be honest about that, I don't. But it can't hurt. Alright. Let's get back up here. Alright. So you can take that. Take that stack. I'll carry this one. Alright. Yeah, we're pretty good for brass. I might just craft stuff just because I can. I mostly just want it to be able to keep kind of smelting in stuff. And... Oh, okay, I can double stack that. There we go. I'm guessing I could do more. Yeah, no. Okay. So I'll need this in a minute for all the seeds and stuff. Medical. Drinks. Take all the empty glasses. I was making a heap of yucca smoothies at one point, and when I stopped and started going off on a couple of ventures, I kind of just didn't get a chance to restock that. I have so much food though. I could probably put on a couple of stews or something. Grab some stuff and see what we can make. I don't have all the space, but let's see what we can make. Lamb and beef, tuna, spam, all the things. Grab a couple of you. Fat. Oh yeah, fat. I need to actually put that map away. And this. There you go. Let's see. Grab a couple of drinks. Should be enough. I think red tea goes with something, but I don't know what. We've got a lot of food. We just need to make things. Let's see. I can make like chili dogs, gumbo stews. I love making gumbo stews. Make some chili dogs. Oh, that's actually a lot. Fish tacos. this nasty ass concoction that shouldn't exist on Earth. I didn't have to make it all on the one thing, but that's fine. I think it's fine. Alright, let's put this away. Should have some more space now. Alright. That's a bit of an improvement. Now, let me put more of this stuff in here. My coins. And I'll put my vehicles in here because I don't need them. And have you got stuff still on you? Where are you? I also do attract quite a lot of screamers to this place too, just for the obvious reasons of like everything's running and burning. Also insanely bright. Do I have my torch on? No. Okay. I don't think I'm ever going to make another house that looks like it's like properly insulated from the snow. It's so freaking bright all the time. I can never tell if I have a torch on or not. Alright, let's go plant some things. So I have a good amount of corn. I have so many mushrooms. I always have a lot of mushrooms. Potatoes are pretty good. I didn't even grab potatoes to cook with just a moment ago. Oh, fine. I got plenty of time to do that again. I could make more yucca smoothies. I could honestly do with doing that. I might actually just do that passively now. Make them. I think that's yucca and the berries, snow in a glass, I think that's all it is. Glasses. I'll see how many this can make. I think it's the empty glasses. Let's see. Good. Yeah. Alright. Let's see how many you can make there. Can I make any more? No, I'm out of blueberries. That's alright. They used up the blueberries. I'm going to have to plant more of them. Alright. So let's grab you. And I'm going to be running low on yuccas, so I'll grab half. Maybe 3/4 of them. I don't need any paint. Or I do need a little bit of hops. Probably not that much. Maybe not that much. Let's put some hops on to boil. And some coffee and shit. Yeah. Okay, what's my... these? And I guess I'll probably need a few of these to make, what do you call it? Melted ice. I should be able to make purified water by now, but I can't yet. I've got the goddamn recipe. I'll need boiled water for the coffee, I think. Yeah, alright, let's see what we can make. To you, recipes. Okay, I can make it faster at the other one, so I will. Coffee, make all that. I will also make just murky water because I don't have a lot of that. Is that it? Okay. Alright. I kind of expected more from that. That's okay. Go over here. Wait a ticket. I'm gonna need water or something, aren't I? I'm gonna need murky water, aren't I? Ah. What's it do? Alright. Give me these. All these. And the snow. Give me this one. That. It will start getting made. And probably by the time I'm done planting shit, maybe it'll be done. Get you back. Alright. So, I don't... I could plant some super corn. I'm not really in the need to plant stuff for the purpose of food. Yeah, I have a lot of seeds. And I should probably also, if I've got time, maybe go harvest some trees. I normally put all my mushrooms up on here, so I normally have all this extra space. But we're going to go down here. And we're going to plant out this. So, grab the blueberries. Let's go for it. It's interesting though, sometimes I try to use the raised plots and for some reason they try to like indent it down. Whereas if I use just a standard farmer's plots, they seem to be just fine. That. That's a little weird. So far in this triple walled base with a fourth wall along the bottom, I haven't actually been attacked inside my base. Beyond obviously birds and stuff swooping occasionally, but I mean, you get that. I don't really mind having a big garden. I've had much bigger gardens on a few of my maps, and quite frankly, it's just more of, I don't know. I tend to have my own base by myself, and that often means that I don't have a lot of food and supplies. So I'll often like make all this stuff, and once I end up with like a massive garden and a lot of produce going, I'll end up selling off a lot of it for additional money, and I'll catch up with like, you know, research and equipment and all sorts of stuff pretty quickly. My friends on this server have got a completely different base somewhere else in the green. Um, we could have gone as a group and probably paired up in that spot, but it's just we do have very different opinions of how to have a base. They do like to drive into their base. However, I do not like zombies walking in or attacking the garage until it's, you know, open. So I've come to like having completely sealed off bases. And it's been quite good. Must admit, I haven't had an attack inside my base for a few maps now. The last one was our shared colony, and that was a bit of a kind of fucked up with that one because we left everything running and went out on a big quest, and a screamer ended up going ham on the side of the building until she found her way up inside the kitchen, like up high upstairs. That was a bit of a surprise to come home to. Got a lot of corn, got a lot of coffee. I don't have a lot of pumpkins anymore, but I don't need a lot. I don't know, I want to keep harping about that. That'd be too many, but still, probably 16 is enough. Potatoes, we've got a lot. I don't really need to do the flowers much. We'll plant more of the cotton seeds. Yeah. Yeah, more the yuccas. I should do it. Whee. I think this is about 300 plots of farm from memory, or 350 or something. I found that basically 300 odd is a self-sufficient farm. Anything bigger than that takes too much effort to plant out, too much effort to harvest within a night, you know. I actually quite like planting the pumpkins. I wish they had more uses because, like, I don't know, from my perspective, they look very pretty once they're actually fully grown. Might actually need to grab more plants to plant. Well, they should have made more seeds from the blueberries. Hey, what's that? I don't have anything to repair that with. Oh, we've got a screamer. No, I don't have time for you to work out how to reload that. She screams, I've got problems. Oh, there we go. Now you can reload this gun. I don't know how it keeps on being empty. Actually, I'm kind of half up here. I should go up and get more seeds. Oh, horrible. Okay. So I could take corn or something like that. But I might actually just take more hops. And maybe chrysanthemums. We'll see. We'll see how far this goes. So almost nighttime too, so this will be good. I should be finishing just about dark, maybe? See how we go. Oh, don't you punch it. It's funny, I sometimes pick like 60 to 80 seeds, and I think that's going to be enough, and it's really not. Like, I keep forgetting that it's like 300 plus farm plots. Mind you, I think the most I maybe ever had was about 1,000, and that was a mistake. That was a colossal mistake. It was just like basically an entire night of harvesting and then an entire like morning of replanting everything. Such a big waste of time, and I just ended up not having enough storage for obvious reasons. These take about 3 days to end up being fully mature for like harvesting, so I only need only about 9 more seeds, I think. Alright, so we'll take down maybe 9 coffee ones. I would say it's about 9. If it's not, I'm not going to come back up for extra seeds. I am OCD for like literally aesthetics, symmetry and shit, which is kind of obvious. But I mean, if it's just a couple of plants, I'm not that stressed about it. Ooh, is it going to be? I think it's a 12. Yep, it was a 12 plot. Ah, doesn't matter. All right, let's get these guns and stuff repaired. What's my repair button? A. That's still good, and that's still good. All right, I still have murky water on me. What happened with that? I thought I needed more. I'm not making anything on everything. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to be using the hops and murky water. Radio, give me that. See what else I've got so far. So, something interesting I've noticed is sometimes when I'm crafting something and this space gets filled, sometimes it automatically filters out into my inventory, into an open space. And sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it just sits there and flashes. And I'm not really sure why or what the specific difference is. But I'd really love to know one day. Okay, so now you're saying that I have to do this where? First she said the chemist station. I thought I did it here. Here, yeah, here. Oh, shit. My fucking ears. Jesus Christ. Well, that was definitely faster than if I did it at the stove. I'll give it that much. I'm so sorry. I haven't remembered that the chemist station is absolutely like break your ears loud. Oh man. At least for the most part, the rest of this game isn't too bad, for sound wise. Except for that, I live too close to it. Well, needed a scare, huh? There's been a couple of good jump scares with this. It's just like you turn around and there's a zombie, or the worst thing was when I accidentally ended up on this doggo's building, and the dogs in this game scare the shit out of me. So I ended up landing right next to 2 dogs, and that was horrifying. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just I watched Resident Evil when it came out, and I think it's probably just a me thing, but I get like literal nightmares from the zombie dogs from that movie. So whenever I'm like experiencing the zombie dogs in this game, it just reminds me of that. I'm glad it's not just me. Alright, let's grab these drinks. I should be nearly finished with food. Yeah, this one's finished. That actually cooks pretty fast. All things considered, like, that's going to be a while. It's nighttime now, so... Well, thank you. I could give you a tour if you'd like. Show you from the outside in. Yeah, okay, so I'll go down here so you can kind of see from the outer wall. Don't mind my friend's car. Yeah, so this is my base. I built it all from scratch. It's 3 wide with 1 extra down the bottom to stop zombies from digging in. This is all actually, the outer walls are iron, middle is wood, and that's, I think, iron as well. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I do have my little planter boxes for decorations just around the place. And we've got feral scents on at night. So zombies, the reason why I have no actual garage door, I like changing them. I like putting like pumpkins and stuff because they're pretty. I don't have any garage doors or access points around my walls just because we have feral scents on. So all of my external ladders are about 4 high, which I've got parkour maxed out. We all had to max out our parkours to be able to make a nice tall base. That's another friend's car. Yeah, so it just barely fits in. I think it's actually slightly taller up the top. This is the back of it. It's got a, give me a sec. There we go. Feral sense is basically if you make a noise anywhere and you're just like moving around, the zombies will come to where they heard the noise. And sometimes you don't have to be doing anything. You can just be on the ground. Like if I was to jump down and there was zombies, say, all the way over there, they would likely detect me as opposed to if I was just normally playing at night. What would happen is I'd jump down. The ones over there wouldn't see me till I made a noise or moved closer, and then they'd run towards me. Instead, with zombie sense on, the zombies are smarter. So if I'm on the ground, I'm detectable generally. I don't have to do much. However, I've got a lot of perception perks and hidden stuff and whatever on, so I can sneak around a lot better. Where is it? Yeah, hidden strike from the shadows and all that sort of stuff. So, um, talent system. What do you mean by talent system? I don't follow. Sorry. Perks. Yeah. So, whoop, that was a bit laggy. So yeah, you can basically you can select all of your um, different kind of sections. So like you have to buff up agility to be able to buff up your different perks. And so like if I do parkour, I can now navigate difficult situations easily. I use reduced stamina by 40% when jumping. I increase my safe fall distance by 5 meters. I can jump 2 meters higher, so that's 2 blocks higher, and I never get a sprained or broken leg when falling. Which that last bit, the sprained leg, broken leg, that's a little bit of bullshit because I'm constantly breaking my legs in this game, I swear. So this is the back of the base, where I got my little garden. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Come on, I need you guys. That's a screamer. So what happens is if I don't kill her before she screams like that, see there's one over there. She brings in a horde of zombies, which I now have to kill. Come back here. Which could be life-threatening if I'm on the ground. And if I make too much noise and if I have too many things burning, I can attract more. There's still more. Come back here. Touching my base. Yeah. Yeah, so occasionally, because I'm level 200, over 200, they can't climb, but they can stack on top of each other. And if 3 of them stack up, they can reach this ladder if they try. So it is possible for them to get in. It's just hard. But they can't specifically jump. But all the zombies can now crawl. So if you have if you have just one box all the way down here at this level, gone all the way through, they can just crawl straight in, all of them. So it's kind of freaking nuts. Yeah, it's a surprise for me too because I often forget that they can crawl now. And I only really remember like one or two, like the spider ones crawling, which make the horrible noises. But yeah, if a screamer comes at my base and she goes off like that, she can bring in a horde. And on top of that, if she keeps going off, she can keep bringing in more hordes. And what can happen is the potential for an additional screamer to appear. And then you've got multiple screamers, multiple hordes, and it can get to the point where if you're in, say, the wastelands, which are terrible at nighttime, by the way, now, if you're in the wastelands and you've got 2 to 3 screamers, you're basically dealing with a blood moon night. It is dreadful. I'll finish giving you a tour while I've got a moment. So that's the back of the base. So it's my big H for home. I normally have mushrooms up all along this wall, just because it's like extra space. I'll go back around the front, but yeah, I built all of this from scratch. Originally, I just had like my box down underground, and I had like a campfire and a bedroll. These are like the dump off boxes that my friends use when they're coming and going, because it saves me from having like a messy inventory inside. But yeah, I still have to jump to get up onto my ladders. And this is my front entrance. That's a friend's robot. But yeah, so I'm in the snow. I have this like crappy tower here that I use sometimes. But yeah, I'm in a little snow base, and I'm just down from two. Like, I'm down from that one, and I'm just over from this big one. And I've just been playing today over here. And it's a surprise that we've had so much snow map, but the wastelands are nuts. They're so hard for no good reason. We haven't had much actual going back to center. Here's my base again. So no, not even about the dogs. Just like um the zombie bears, the amount of zombies. Like the wasteland is now merged with the ashland, so you also get like the fire zombies and all sorts of stuff. So it's all the things. My friends' bases are down here in the green. One of them, this one's base, was over in here somewhere before, but they dug underneath the tower and was taking out the integrity of it, so they had to move. Which is a bit of a shame because I don't know how they got in. They got in from like a tunnel across down the street where they got stuck, and they just kept tunneling, which they do now. They like we've had literally quad bases go down for that. Yeah, they do. They sort of. Oh, hello, that's a bear. Hi. I might actually get down and harvest this thing. Yeah, they sort of. I wouldn't say they dig, but they are persistently slapping at a wall, which we consider to be digging. So they'll slap at like this 1-2 brick and just keep going until they eventually end up like down the street in your base. So I was really concerned with my base that I've got these indents over there, and I really thought that they would actually dig down, but because that's the trader, it's never happened. So I was really lucky with that. And that's my forest over there. It normally comes all the way up to here, but I haven't replanted it and I haven't cut it down yet. But yeah, getting up into the base. So we've got this sort of front area, which I consider as like the out front, so like sitting area for my friends are smokers. I'm not. So I kind of like joke that this is where they can sit when they come and visit and stuff. You can get those in all sorts of colors too. So inside is supposed to look like it's insulated because obviously I'm in the snow. Not that these doors are super airtight, but I mean, it is insulated. I've got off to one side is kind of like the kitchenette sort of area with like storage. So we've got like raw foods, medical, paint. I think this is other just kind of like seeds and harvestables. my extra drinks. Um, you don't need a fridge. You can get one. The funny thing is, I can actually paint this to. Not that. I can paint this to make it look like a fridge. So if I hold down R, go to materials. So I can choose this and go, fridge. Whoops. I'll need to copy that. Let's see. Copy. Yeah. Yeah, the other thing is you can just erase it. So yeah, if you want, you can make these look like everything. So I have bases like literally on my Instagram, I've got the last space that I had that had this whole kitchenette area that looked like a kitchen, like a legitimate actual in-house kitchen. However, um, the area was all these massive storage boxes. And like I said, you can literally just go with anything. So you can choose like shiny medicine cabinets, you can choose tiles, you make it look like boxes, sinks. You can actually put a tap on top of it. Not that it works, but like you can make a cooktop counter, all sorts of materials and stuff. So the only thing is you have to make sure that whatever you've painted is upgraded to the maximum point that you want it to be at. Because if you upgrade that block again, it will turn it back to whatever its natural look is. So if I was to upgrade this wall and it's wood, I'm pretty sure it's wood. Or it could be cobblestone, I can't actually remember. I think it might be cobblestone. If I upgraded it to cement, it would go back to looking like a cement wall. Yeah, you can paint it again. You can paint this over and over again, but you have to make sure you've got paint. Um, so each of these paints, like you can break down a die. So if I scrap that, let's see, 997, what's it 10 to? Oh yeah, so 1012. I can either scrap paint or I can mix chrysanthemum and water on the stove to make more paint, which makes like 1,000 stack at a time for like a couple of chrysanthemums. It's pretty great. I'll just put away my drinks while I'm here. But yeah, I generally keep my base relatively organized. Let me get rid of that. There isn't Darkness Falls, but I don't play Darkness Falls. My friends do. They quite rave about the fact that you can have stoves and extra recipes and all sorts of things, but it's not really my kind of a game. So I've never really got in and dabbled in it. We'll keep giving you a tour. Yeah, you've pretty much only got these little stove tops, which I don't actually mind because, I mean, I have painted these tops before to make it look like they're like a gaslit stove. These are storage boxes too, I just never use them. And this is just literally wooden frame in the middle to make a bench. But I've made decorative tables and all sorts of things. Have I got my torch on? Yes, I do. So bright. This is my room. So we've got a little sitting chair, nice double bed, my gun safe that has all my good stuff in it, my maps thing. Yeah, I had enough room for 3 rooms in this place, and this was originally going to be a room, and that was going to be a room, and there was going to be a kitchenette sticking out here originally, but it didn't end up fitting. I have got TVs before and made them and put them like across from a bed or across from the seat and stuff, but I haven't on this one just because I know that that's a half wall, so that's not going to sit right. I could put it there or I could put it here. That's about it. But I haven't actually made the TV yet. Um, Taking you through to the other side. This is where all like my utilities stuff is. You know, craftables, upgraded parts and stuff. The TV doesn't actually work. It's more of an aesthetic. It's the same purpose as like the bed. However, they did update the bed in the last one. That if you see on my map, do you see that little bed icon there? So if I put down the bed that I've made, that replaces my bedroll, which is super cool because you used to just have just the bedroll. But if I put down another bed for aesthetic purposes, that becomes my new bedroll kind of location, which is really frustrating. You've got to be careful with that kind of thing. Um, yeah, so I've got like all ammo, art stuff, and stuff like that over here. bringing it into like the working area. So we've got the couple of workbenches. I should be nearly finished with this. My cement mixers. I've got like my storage for like the really good stuff that I don't haven't used, can't come to sell yet. And when my friends come to this area, there's that, and then I've got my spare tools that they're welcome to as well. And the bellows somebody needed, I can't remember who, but yeah, I can make a lot of like the good power tools and stuff, so I just do. I'll take you upstairs. So that obviously goes out the back to where that H is. But upstairs is another jump, which I can't always make. There we go. I've got my 2 furnaces. They're busy working away. I don't have a need to make bullets, but I'm making them anyway. Yeah. So this area gets all this natural lighting during the day. It's all glass. Obviously, the chairs just sit there puffing away at the furnaces and stuff. And this is outside to the front. So there's a little veranda here. Turn my light back on now that I'm outside. So if I go back inside, these 2 rooms, they're identical mirrored, but I'll take you through them. So this is the guest bedroom. So one of my friends got their bedroll put down. It doesn't show who they are when they're offline, but yeah, this is basically their room. If they had have come through before I put the bed down, I could have made them put the bed down. And once they put that down, this is where their bed becomes. But because this isn't their base, they don't want to constantly be coming here. So I normally have a bedroll in the private safe for them. And the idea is that they can just put that down and put that back, and that way they'll just spawn back in here, locally. This takes you back out onto the veranda again, and then out the back. So we've got a little seat because obviously they're smokers, so they get to sit out here and look out over the veranda, their own private balconies. They can get down from here, or they can continue to go up. Not that there's much up here. I was going to do something up here. I was going to make a helipad. I never quite got there, but this is where I hide my generators. I'll just check on them while I'm up here. Yeah, fuel's still good. Battery's still good. But yeah, I put this up as high as possible because the screamers are attracted to the sound that this thing makes. But yeah, again, glass, natural light. It's very useful to have some natural light because just generally speaking, it gets very dark in some of the rooms, and I don't necessarily have power until partway through the game. But yeah, this is the other side. Basically exactly the same, there's just no side tables. Well, we haven't dug a base for a while. I would say we haven't risked that. Oh shit, that's a screamer. Yeah, what we found is when we did dig bases, or perhaps we're in a building, the hordes are smarter now. So if I go into a building and there's a front door, or there's a tunnel, for instance, like one of those, what do you call them, hatch top staircase tunnels, right? If I go into that, the zombies will literally dig down to you from outside. Oh, a horde. Oh, that's good timing. Yeah, they haven't spawned quite yet. That's alright. I'll wait till they get closer. Or not. You guys coming over to say hi? There's one guy moving. Come on. They're not even, like, trying. This guy's got all the swagger, the way he's walking up. I think I'm sniping with a LMG, honestly. Where's my inventory? God damn it, where is my inventory? There we go. Let's see, what is this thing? Yeah, it's a M60 machine gun. So it's basically one of the top quests that we did. Level 5 quest or whatever. We managed to get this at the end of it, which was nice. Kind of needed it. I've got silencers on everything. If I didn't have the silence, it's so loud. I do have a SMG as well. Usually I actually get around with a handgun, and I'll mostly just get around with a handgun for most of the game, and probably like a normal melee weapon. Like I've got the machete for harvesting stuff, but generally that's not what I run around with. I run around with a spear or a what you call them? This thing. What is this thing? Sledgehammer. That's the thing. Yeah, I normally run around with A or B at that, either a spear or a sledgehammer. It's usually quite good. I must admit, being out in the snow is not too bad. It's hard to start. Like, the first few like rounds out here is pretty terrible, just because you get all the big cats and you get the bears and the hard zombies and stuff like that. But after that, once you've actually got like a little bit of walls and stuff like that, it's kind of a bit better. Like I said, I only get the screamers. Yeah, everything grows in the snow, or to a degree. Um, if you change this snow to dirt, like if I was to dig that up, it would go snow for quite a while. Like we had a dig hole over there for a while. I'm pretty sure I filled it in because our guys ended up like scrolling through here, just making some weird patterns, and I kept riding over it with my bike and flipping, which was pretty funny, but it got old pretty fast. Um, yeah, so if you dig down, it stays snow for about 4 blocks, and then it turns into dirt. If you end up putting stuff in dirt, it grows a lot better. Thank you for following, Butter. My sound alerts aren't working today for some reason, but I'll get them fixed up so that it cheers on people when they follow. So I like hearing it. Yeah. Oh, Brostorm too. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys following. I do. Um, let's see. I'll go and dig over there just briefly. But yeah, over here, if you have snow, you can plant trees in it just fine. Um, but you can't plant just like a normal plant. Like if I could grab a seed, I'll show you. I'm pretty sure you can plant it, but it grows at like half the equivalent. Like those trees are not full size. Um, if I planted something out in, let's see, here's a normal tree, and there goes the trader. So grab A and I'll grab B, and we'll just go check out the snow. Whee. Okay. So these are not fully grown. If I take a chainsaw out and it's 600, they grow all the way up to 1,200 is a full size tree. So if I planted this same seed in the green, it will grow to 1,200 wood. So when I cut it down, I'll get double the wood for the exact same amount of effort of cutting it down. However, I don't know if I can actually plant. No, I can't plant a generic seed in the snow, but over here's dirt. No? Okay. Let's have a look. I'm just going to dig up a little bit. Actually, this is dirt. Yep, no. It won't let me plant it. So, yeah, over in my base, I've got planter boxes. That's what I was planting in, sort of running around. I'll get back up in here. Yeah, so, yep. All right. Yeah, so all those are planter boxes. You can just kind of see those ones peeking out properly. And I've got about 350, I think, of these around my base. I don't need any more than that. 300 is about the maximum, give or take. And I've got all these extra planter boxes, which are mostly just decorative. But I can plant anything in here. I can literally plant this this other seed. It'll take 3 days. Not the coffee seed. This one. It'll take 3 days, but it'll end up being so much bigger than those because it's just growing in soil. But if I wanted to plant out there, I'd have to dig down 4 blocks to get soil from the snow. It's really crazy. And the funny thing is, because my friends' bases are, I can add blocks, I can add topsoil. So that's what I used to do when I was in the desert. I had this absolutely colossal desert base, and I had a forest of about 300 plus trees just out the back. It was a nightmare for my friends when they tried to roll up on my base because the rendering was just absurd. But I would literally have this desert scape, and I'd have just I dug it out. I'd love to be able to grab screenshots, but the game itself is so old, it won't let me run it unless I roll back the alpha for it. But yeah, I had literally, I got out the back of this desert base and I just mowed down this huge mountain behind me to the ground because we needed sand, obviously. So I just went out there and just decided to mine one day, and I just didn't stop until like 2 blood moons later, which at the time was like a fortnight in game. I kind of lost track of time. I think I was on the game for a couple of in-world, actual world days as well doing it, and then I just started putting down topsoil because topsoil is not hard to make. Um, I didn't take down a whole mountain, but I took down a pretty sizable hill. It was like 7 blocks high in most places. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about that deep across 300, so about 100 wide blocks, 7 by 100, 700. There we go. Got the map eventually. I started with a shovel, and I repaired that shovel a lot. I would go out with 2 or 3 repair kits, and I'd take out, say, I think at the time, coffee. Coffee was good, beer was better, but my person was like constantly smashed, and she couldn't see jack shit, so it was very hard to do it. And then we had like substantial amount of water because we were at a water treatment plant. So what I ended up doing is I'd go out with a bucket and nice. I took out a bucket and literally just like ended up mining this watering hole that we had somewhere on the map. Like this isn't the same map, but it would be like me going out to here, grabbing several buckets and hauling it back to my base and dumping it in this pit so we had water. So I could then scoop up a little jar of water to then go and like boil and go for a run to do all this mining. It was a lot of work. Um, I'm pretty sure on my Instagram, I should have some links on my Twitch account for that. But on my Instagram, I have got the absolute base, the absolute goddamn unit of a base that place was next to. I never got a photo of the forest, but I did get the huge wall of spikes because what we used to do, I'm pretty sure they changed it because I'm pretty sure you used to be able to put down spikes and the zombies would get caught on it. And if you're within the vicinity of like a home range, like this kind of thing, you'd end up getting some XP for it. And it was really great because you get XP putting the spikes down, you get XP upgrading the spikes, and then you get XP when they walked into it. I don't have any spikes. This is all steel. This whole wall is steel. And the reason I don't have any spikes anymore is because we don't get XP from them. And so what was happening instead is I was crafting them up on the workbenches, and that was it. So I was wasting all this resources, and the zombies would walk into it and hurt themselves. Yeah, but it really did not much else than that. And I'm like, well, I'd rather just build this colossal thick wall, which is going to be hard. It's going to be a deterrent. Like they literally just run around. They don't know where to attack. I've got a few points that are kind of weak, but yeah, essentially, um, like I might just do a little trip out to the wastelands. I've got a quest out there, and when it goes on tonight, you can see how nuts it goes if you've got time to keep watching. Um, I've got a fetch and clear. I've only got a couple of really small quests out there. I actually normally finish streaming at about 1, but I'm actually quite happy to keep going for a bit today. let's see. I'm gonna need a lot of ammo and fuel. I need to make sure that my vehicle's fueled up to go, and we're gonna need a lot. Yeah. So it's 1:10 p.m. Australian time at the moment, which is Australian time's like AEST, or we're like +10, something like that. I'm only actually just starting to get the hang of that to like explain it. Yeah, it's only just like in the afternoon, but I normally stream from 10 a.m. to 1. Um, I'll go for a little bit longer because I don't really mind. I've just kind of had this big Christmas break, Christmas New Year's break, so I haven't been streaming for about a week. Um, oh yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Um, just make sure I've got all the ammo for this trip. Yeah, I kind of would normally do. I normally do PUBG on Saturday and Sunday, and then today's Monday, so today's 7 days, always 7 days, and then um, Tuesday I do RimWorld. I had to think then. Yeah, so that's usually what my schedule kind of looks like. Well, I've just been given the uh, Dwarven Fortress game, and I've only seen a tiny bit of it, but not enough to really know the gameplay. So I'm going to put that on Sundays as a completely unseen playthrough of the game. I actually find a lot of people play the same kind of games. Like if you play one, you play like at least two of them, kind of thing. I can turn this off because I don't want to leave it. I've heard the Dwarven Fortress is good too. And one of my fans actually gifted me that as a Merry Christmas. So that was really, really awesome. I definitely wasn't expecting to get, anything from anybody, not fans or anything like that, any year soon. Um, I do kind of like the crafting survival games. Like, I know some people are like, oh, have you played Ark? And I'm like, I've watched it. I enjoy watching it, but I wouldn't play it just because, like, there's another screamer. The, uh, the dinosaur is like a jump scare for me. All right, let's get you before you scream. No! Where are you? Sometimes she screams and they don't come, and sometimes they do. Let's do a quick check. Yeah, see, I grew up in like the era of like Jurassic Park being on like drive-through movies, or drive-in movies and stuff like that. So I saw that original Jurassic Park in the rain in a car while the kids were being like freaking crushed by a T-Rex. So I don't know, I probably got some like PTSD or something going on there. So whenever a dinosaur just pops out, it just scares the shit out of me. Really are actually. A lot of my viewers are about the same age as me, surprisingly. Well, not really surprisingly. I guess if you're interested in the same kind of games, it is kind of about, I don't know, same kind of interest, same kind of age group kind of thing. That makes sense. All right, I've got a lot of ammo, but I don't think I have enough for this. Um, Scary dinos at night. Jesus. I don't even know about playing at night. Like, see, my partner plays it. I haven't heard of Wilhelm. Um, what's it about? What's it like? See if I can get a couple more Viking survival game. Um, Probably not so much my thing. I actually quite like Viking culture, but a lot of like the Viking shows and games aren't really my thing. Let's see. Number 2 at the moment. Okay. Yeah, funny thing is, I actually have played for the longest time a lot of games that are like 10 plus years old. Like oh, I played Diablo 2 expansion pack for like, I don't know, probably 15 years, give or take, without getting bored of it. I thought a bear just res there for a second. Let's see. Where am I going? I'm going to the over here. This will take a little bit to fly. Is my drone with me? Where are you? No. Okay. I'm just gonna have to quickly go up and get my drone. Yeah, I don't know why I've never really like cottoned on to the sort of more Viking sort of games. I'm definitely not a fan of, say, turn-based games. There you are. Like anything that's kind of like a Final Fantasy sort of like strategic, turn-based sort of strategy type thing. Not my thing. There's another one. There's like a city one. You find it pretty addicting, mind you. Like RimWorld wasn't really my thing. And then I actually did play it. Like my friend bugged me literally for over a year to play it, and I do not recommend anybody to do that to me because I get sick of like that kind of thing pretty fast. But yeah, he was super persistent, and he's like, "Look, I'm pretty sure you guys like it. You'd like it. You know, just play it. You'd like it." I'm like, "Look, I don't even know. I don't know what I think about it." And eventually, it got it, and it turned into one of those games where I start playing it and I lose like 18 to 20 plus hours of my life without even thinking about it. Um, yeah, it's kind of like the equivalent of, say, hopping on Sims, where you just immediately just lose half your life. All right, I think I have enough ammo. Might grab a little bit more. There we go. All right, let's health. Yeah, I'm gonna need health in you. Grab that and 1, 2. Go. This is convenient. Nice spin to have pause button. Oh yeah, I think that's the other thing too. Is like my 7 days doesn't have um, like an ability to kind of like hit pause because it's a private server. It keeps rolling, keeps ticking, even when I'm in like this escape button. You'll notice like the time should keep ticking. There, see. So I can't hit pause with this game. I always have to find somewhere safe for it. And RimWorld is very much like I tend to have large colonies. My colony isn't very big at the moment. My last one had, I think, 130 something people, 300 plus animals. And it was a lot constantly. It's just to keep them alive because, like, I'd made the mistake of taking in probably a few too many people that had chemical interests, and I don't allow them to have drugs, and they end up just getting absolutely shitty all the time. X-Pact. No, I haven't heard of X-Pact yet. What's that about? Oh, the biotech expansion. I haven't got the biotech expansion. I actually bought it for a friend because I know he absolutely loves the game and was dying to have like the next kind of like expansion on it. But it wasn't sort of my thing because like I like playing games so vanilla. I know it sounds so boring, but I don't know. I just like getting on a game and being like, this is how it was made. I don't generally have any mods. Like RimWorld, I've got like just a couple of mods. I've got wild animals can reproduce. Yeah, no, I don't have any of the expansions for it at all. I've literally got the core game for RimWorld, and I've got only a couple of mods. I've got the wild animals reproduce, and I think I've got what's the other one? I think things can stack. I think that's the other one I've got or something, and then the harmony one that whatever that allows them all to work together. It's very, very basic. Yeah. No, I play a lot of these games like basically as they were made. Like 7 days, for instance, I have no mods on this at all. It is as it is. The only differences I've got to say, yeah, there are mods, particularly more so for the Darkness Falls. but you can add mods to 7 days. There's all sorts of ones available. My friends have quite a variety for the Darkness Falls, but again, it's not really my thing. Like it sounds so silly, but I can understand surviving against zombies, but not really against demons. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but logically to me, I'm like, it makes a huge difference. So, like, I like the idea of this as a post-apocalyptic world that my character is trying to survive and kind of like, I guess, thrive in and recreate a sense of life and, you know, secure food and all that sort of stuff. However, uh, if I ended up putting in like surprise demons and all sorts of stuff, it just kind of takes away from that. One thing I do want to do though is when the alpha, oh shit, come on, pull up. When the alpha 21 comes in, it's changing how water works in this. So that'll be pretty interesting. I'm just going to land and just get up somewhere safe to find out where that zombie is. Come on, let me pick it up. You're over there. Yeah, so there's going to be new mechanics for water, both collecting it and, yeah, I've had worse. I've literally had it clip into the ground. Let me get up high. Um, so you're not going to be able to walk up to a puddle and dip it in and get water anymore. That's going to be gone. What's going to happen instead? Um, but calm down, love. What's going to happen instead is that you're going to have to put up these rainwater catch devices, and every day you get like between I think one and a couple of glasses of water, and you have to keep coming back within a 24-hour period, or otherwise you don't get more than that. You just get the standard amount that accumulated in that particular device. Where are you?